everybody. Welcome to another off-season episode with Alto Call MAFS. I am your host, Tane, and today I'll be discussing Welcome to Plathville, episodes 4 and 5. Recapping this with me is Brian from Maps Virgin. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I think last time I said that I was uncomfortable thinking about this show. This was a more straightforward episode where I felt a little bit less icky about most things. I felt icky about one thing, but I'm happier right now than I was last
Oh, I'm going to play a game with you. I felt icky about a lot of things.
time. Uh-oh.
So I think I'll find it somewhere. I think I have 3 scenarios where I'm going to tell you which were you most uncomfortable for because the Plaths, I always want to call them the Plathvilles, but the Plaths always evoke emotions that I don't think I have a language for
Mhm.
because I think it's icky. I think it's like dark, but then I watch something else and I'm like, what am I feeling? I don't know what this is, but what is going on with these people? It's like I shouldn't be watching. I think that's the word.
Yeah, no, I was talking about this to a friend of mine who will not watch the show and like won't give it a chance, and she would love it. And I explained it as like, remember the first time you saw The Ring and you watch that weird video the first time, you're like, well, this is not, nothing about this is like explicitly scary. Like a ladder, like leaning up against a barn is not scary.
Yeah,
Like none of these things are that scary, but like when you put them together like that with that
yeah,
music underneath it, I'm terrified of this. It's the same thing with like watching these people. Nothing about this is that dark. Like they are a family that is very close and loves each other. And
yeah.
like, yeah, there's a couple of failed marriages, and like that's a bummer, but that's a lot of families.
Hmm.
But when you watch it, you're like, no, I feel uncomfortable the whole time. Like I feel I am unsettled by watching these people, and I can't explain why. I can explain why Barry gives me the creeps, but the rest of them I can't get. Well, and Mariah, I can get why she gives me the creeps too. The rest of them, I have a hard time explaining.
You go down the list and I'm sure you have reasons why. The reason what you're feeling is they are not explicitly dark. What makes it
Yeah,
feel even darker is that you know that is underneath. It's the underlying darkness that they have. Because
yeah.
you know the show is giving us one thing. All the news you dropped on me last time we talked about this had me so disturbed, and
Mhm.
then I found out some more that even at Lydia's wedding, there was a fight. I didn't even think that was
Yeah,
included in the show, but it
we're getting it.
looked like it was. So when you
Yep.
see things like that, but they're smiling at us, all blonde hair and stuff, but there's just darkness. Throw in Veronica in there, and you're just like, what the fuck?
I mean, it is. There's so much happening,
Yeah,
and I feel like there are shows where I'm like, well, I can't recommend somebody to watch this. I can't recommend anybody to watch this show. You have to go through some nonsense years to get to the good shit. Once now that we are here, it's like,
yeah,
oh, things are not just falling apart at the seams. We have no seams anymore. It's
yeah.
just like random strips of fabric floating in the wind and like stuffing. This is completely off the rails. Um, I've got a lot of thoughts. I'm very curious what this whole thing is of your brother should not be looking at your girlfriend's nudes or whatever. I want to know what that's about because
Well,
it would
it's
appear
because
that Micah's looking at Tegan's titties.
no, it was because it wasn't even that deep. It's because they did a drawing or a picture. They showed it in the
Is that all
preview.
it was?
Yeah, that's
That
all it
was,
was. But
but that was Ethan drawing a picture of his own
yes,
girlfriend.
yes. And I think she escalated
So,
it.
so Micah was like, "You shouldn't have looked at that drawing of her."
No, it was wasn't it Veronica?
Veronica's mad at Micah.
Yeah. That
But
he's
then if it was at looking at the drawing that Ethan made of Tegan,
okay, maybe I have it all wrong. But yes, it just seemed like something really minor that she just escalated to the heavens.
okay, because in my mind I'm like, oh, I don't think she has an OnlyFans or anything. Like,
No,
oh,
I
she
think it
might
was
have
just that
sent
picture.
Ethan, yeah, she might have sent
No.
Ethan some nudes or whatever,
No.
and then Micah looked at those with Ethan, which is weird as hell. So I was geared up for that, but to hear that it's about that damn drawing, which was the size of a postage stamp, I
Yes.
mean, it's smaller than a picture in like a Where's Waldo.
I
So let's
I
calm down about that.
I will be shocked if there was anything more, but it is Veronica, and like
Okay.
Amber rightfully said, you create these stories in your mind and just escalate and exaggerate them. But Yeah, that's the other scary part. But
Yeah,
as I let me digress a little bit. Like, speaking of train wrecks, I don't know if you saw that Sister Wives is coming back
I
somehow.
did see that.
They found more material.
They just went away, but like, welcome back.
They're never leaving. But yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Before we dive in, though, I want to share a comment that we got from Corey Mama. I hope I said that right. Hi, Corey Mama. Thanks for sending in a comment. And it was about when we talked about Kim asking Barry for money. And it was, why wouldn't Barry give Kim money? They were married for 25 years and had 10 kids. He owes her spousal and child support. Just because she chose to leave does not mean he doesn't have to support her and his children who live with her. Kim is very problematic, but we know she raised those kids. There were no nannies or housekeepers. There wasn't a daycare or school. It was her 24/7, the daughter of a single alcoholic. We know Christian nationalism preys on women just like Kim. Thank you for sending this in. I do not recall verbatim what we said, but I think I just want to clarify. We were not against Barry giving Kim money because absolutely, well, for me, yeah, they should. I think it's like the state of their relationship. It doesn't help anyone giving money outside of the courts. I think is where you can correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but that's I think where we were in that state. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like a stay at home mom, that is her time. I do think that she does deserve compensation. And also, from my understanding, what she was asking for was she was going through a hard time and she was just like, why wouldn't you just give me money anyways?
yeah, help me
And
out.
yes, and also, why don't
Yeah,
you care how I'm doing or what I'm doing? And I think that's what I meant by you left and you had a boyfriend and you had somebody else that cared for you. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that he has to now check on you. Is it the nice thing to do? Yeah, it is, absolutely.
yes,
But it's also within his rights because they're divorced and he's salty about it, wrong or right, and he doesn't want to. I think that's where I was coming from. Like,
yeah,
it's a nice thing to have, but it's not a thing that she's entitled to. But absolutely, I think that he should pay her money, but I think it's the right thing to do it within the confines because it gets confusing and that could lead to open up a whole other Pandora's box. And I will hand it over to you, Brian, in case I missed anything.
no, no, I agree. I was trying to think, have I seen a reality couple divorce that is like truly, genuinely amicable and there's not a period of like, I hate this person's guts? I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen one of those. I've seen plenty that like wind up fine in the end.
Yeah.
There's plenty of housewives who enter the show in a really happy divorce. Like I can't think I've seen any where it's like, oh, the marriage falls apart, we split up, but like we are still just fine, you and I. Um, which kind of feels like what she thinks they have, which they don't have. That's not,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the situation you would need to be in to be like, hey, also, like, I'm on hard times. Can you help me out a little bit here? Because otherwise, it's like, well, we're like right in the middle of dividing all of our assets,
Yeah.
right in the middle of splitting up. Like, there's something led to this divorce that was hard feelings at a minimum. So, no, right now, I'm not in a position to give you any money. They don't have a working relationship. There's no foundation of we're buddies right now. We hang out, we see each other, we are fine whenever we're around the kids. There's no basis for which to ask for money or expect. Number one, to ask for money is wild. But number two, to expect him to like offer to give you money and then be in your feelings that he has not offered to take care of you more is nuts when you guys don't have a friendship in the first place.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
even if it seems like she was asking for herself, like even if it was for the kids.
Right.
And
If it's for
maybe
the kids, okay, that's fine. She's like,
yeah,
you make more money than me. I want some of that.
absolutely. And maybe I'm misremembering, but it felt like she was saying like she is behind, like, the DUI. But that was why she told us about it, has put her
Hmm.
behind so she can't keep up. So I don't know. Either way, I just think like I don't think she recognizes that Barry hates her. This is not a
No.
dislike. This is
Well, because
not
he's
a
always smiling at
tolerate.
her.
He hates her. Like
Yes. No, he hates her. She doesn't get that. She became a Sway Lose mom for a second there, where it's like, give me money. It's what I want. Like she kind of got crossways a little bit. I don't know where this is going for the two of them. I listened to a different podcast where they're convinced they're going to wind up together in the end of this. I'm just like, oh
Wow.
God, you imagine? Because they're just like, yeah, there's a reason Barry's not dating yet, because he still is waiting for his woman to come along, to come back, and we're going to fix this. Which, if that happens, like, boy, what a twist ending that's going to be.
I want to see Barry date. I think Barry's going to date. Even if it's to spite Kim, I think he will.
I need to put my words very clearly. I don't want to see Barry date, but I want to watch Barry date.
Okay. I
Like,
know exactly what you mean.
yeah, as though I'm like a nature film maker. I'm gonna like sit back in the bush and watch this go down. Like, yes, I want to watch him fumble his way through so many first dates, being way too jacked at his age and like uncomfortable to speak to. You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
That we didn't. It came to me after we spoke last time about him being deceptively and like weirdly big. Remember fitness celebrity John Baisdow from like 2004, 2005?
No.
You remember
I do
that
not
guy?
know who
Okay.
this is.
So, and he had like an infomercial he was doing
Yeah.
along the same lines as like Tony Little with the Gazelle glider
Yeah.
and whatever. He was one of these guys. Last name was Bazeddow. But he had one of these products, and he was only listed as fitness celebrity John Baisdow. And like his face and neck look like an accountant, and he's got this weirdly like big jacked ripped body. It's weird looking, but he was always on my TV in the commercial breaks selling whatever new system that he had for the month. It was a lot, but it was always fitness celebrity John Baez. I'm like, yeah, no, that's what this dude reminds me
I just Googled him. He looks like the actor in The Boys. But
of. I haven't watched The Boys. I need to. People judge me, and that's probably fair.
it's okay.
But that's what Barry reminds me of, where I'm like, you look like a normal man until I get to like your shoulders. I'm like, what's happening here? Like, what? This doesn't match anything. And watching him try to date with that personality and that build would be hilarious in Cairo. Like, that would just be lovely to watch. Put
Yeah.
him on 90 Day. What was that?
Hunt for Love.
No, not Hunt for Love. What's the other one? The other
Other
the
way?
Single Life. Put him on the
Oh,
Single
The
Life.
Single Life? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
I'd
gosh.
watch that.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, let's dive into these people and let's just start from Lydia's proposal.
Okay,
What dicks they were. I don't know
assholes.
where to start from. I don't know if it's like just being socially inept or if you're just an asshole or if you're being awkward. I don't know what excuse to give them because there is none. But
No,
when you get to the point where you are starting a fire, exactly
you're
where
starting
he
a
was going to
fire.
propose to his sister,
Yeah,
it just reminded me of like when you decide, oh, I just want to kill animals for fun. Like, what are we doing here?
there were so many things. The fire is one thing, because the fire is where it's like, if I'm him, I'm like, all right, I thought you guys were being assholes this whole time. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, now you're just like, no, I'm being an asshole to you. You don't get it. Like, I'm being rude to you, man. Don't you understand? When he was
Hmm.
like, hey, could you put this fire on your pose right here? And for Ethan to go, no, I'm just going to keep burning it. It's like, okay, well, now you're being a dick to be a dick.
Hmm.
I don't know what Veronica thought she was doing with that dress situation. She had some kind of an elaborate thing planned out, and it went over like a fart in church. They were just being mean to be mean. And I kept on saying out loud over and over again, yeah, but it's the day he's proposing.
And it's
Like,
about your
yeah,
sister.
yes, like, is he being demanding? Like, yeah, but it's the day he's proposing. And like, obviously in his mind, this is the one and only time he's going to do this. Um,
I didn't
like, let
even
him have it. It's his proposal day.
I didn't even think he was being demanding. I'm not gonna lie. I think he had to take control because no one was taking it seriously. No one was doing anything. Everyone was doing something else. But they even got to the point where they said they wanted to throw him in the water.
Yes.
Now we're
Where he's like,
being
I'm fighting my urges. The only thing I want to do right now is throw him in the water. Like, more than anything in the world, I want to throw this man in the water before he proposes to my sister. Something's up.
Yes, and like this is not I don't like this guy. This is I hate this guy. And then
Hmm.
Ethan keeps saying, "Oh, I just don't like the time frame. Like it's too quick." Ethan, you had your time frame. Where is your marriage? Your
Right.
parents had their time frame. Where is their marriage? Like I'm just not. I get it. All these shows that we watch, everyone's Love is Blind. It's so quick. It's so fast. Like listen, there's no rhyme or reason. Yes, is it weird? Yes, but also
Yeah.
let it happen. If it ends, it is not the end of the world. They act like if you go ahead and marry and don't have enough time and it doesn't work out, well, that's it. Well, you will survive. It's not the end of the world.
Well, and something else is we talk so often about how Lydia is the one who like has bought in the most. Lydia is the one who wants to keep the most of the teachings that she has been taught growing up. I would not at all be surprised if she raised her kids pretty much this exact same way that she was raised because I think
Yeah,
she's pretty happy with how everything turned out for her. She's doing what she was raised to do.
yeah,
It was like, don't be in a long courtship, a long dating relationship. Don't have any physical contact before the relationship becomes a marriage. Like she's doing all the shit she was raised to do. And now you guys are like, oh my God, you actually believe that bullshit? Like, don't do that. We were just saying shit. Like we didn't mean any of it. Like, I think that's why Barry is so on board. Because he's like, yeah, this is pretty much what I told you to do. You're doing the hell out of it. So like I'm not gonna question it.
honestly, I'm questioning Barry though. I'm like, actually don't know what Barry's thoughts are. Is he
Mm-mm.
genuinely happy, or is he just because I do think Kim is right? He just wants to be the fun, cool dad,
He does.
and that's why we get one of my scenarios that I'm going to give you, that weird ass scene with Mariah and her friend
Oh my God.
eating marshmallows, and then also besides that they go for a drink at what looks like a hotel bar,
Yup.
and you're just there sitting with two young girls. It that creeped me out. It Nothing they were doing is wrong, but that creeped me out.
Listen, I'm going to say this.
What are you about to
This,
say, Brian?
this, just get me a passport to Pennsylvania because I feel like I'm heading there. This,
Wait, whatever he says, these thoughts are not endorsed by Alcohol. I
no,
don't know
we
what he's about
haven't
to say. Go
we
ahead.
haven't discussed this in advance or anything. What I'm gonna say is this is not a genre of porno that I am into. But everything about this felt very much like stepdad, stepdaughter, first like 2 minutes of one of those scenes.
Brian,
Because
pick your truck and back away right now.
no, what I'm saying is the interaction was weird. They don't have Barry is socially awkward and uncomfortable. So everything he does feels like, oh, I'm a person who's not an actor, just like waiting to take my pants off. That's what I'm really here to do. But I have to like read these lines first. Like it's the opposite of what we saw with Brandon and Julia on 90 Day Happily Ever After. Did you see their role play scene
The one, I
with
don't
the
know. They
pizza,
had one
where Brandon
before.
was the pizza
The
boy?
pizza boy, and okay, yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that. That is.
Playful. It was
You guys. Yeah. It
playful,
was playful. It
and you
was
don't
like I didn't.
feel.
I never felt in danger from them. I never felt like, oh, I'm watching what is going to lead to actual sex acts. With this, I'm just like, no, if you told me, like, yeah, and then 5 minutes after his pants came off, I'm like, yeah, no, it felt like that's what he was angling towards. like,
No.
I was uncomfortable watching this. This did make me feel icky. This did. Um, and again, completely innocent. This is me projecting whatever it is that I'm thinking onto them. But boy, I did not like watching that scene go down.
It's just a gift with Barry. Like in the most innocent thing he could be doing, it somehow just feels like, is this wrong? Even though he's not doing anything wrong. But it was just weird watching him stuff the marshmallows, and they couldn't fit it in. It's like, no, stuff it in. Oh. And
Yeah,
then
how
as
much
if
can
that
you
wasn't
stuff in
enough.
your mouth?
Yes.
like, come
And
on.
it was like, don't swallow it, don't eat it. And I was like,
Ugh.
oh gosh.
See, it's not like I imagined this.
No, it happened.
like, like this is what happens. And then, oops, I spit marshmallow on your pants. Better put them in the wash, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah, and then I don't know, just going. I'm with Kim on this one that he's trying too hard to be the cool dad. Yes, you're
Yes.
not dating. Yes, you don't have that, but go get friends your own age and go hang out with them, not hanging out with your daughters and her friends. It's just,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
you
That's
know, you
weird,
already went to go work out with your sons. You already Jack Daddy. We get it, but
right?
also make friends your age. Nobody says you have to date, but it's just, I don't know. There's no
And
rules, but
what I'm consistently reminded of is I assume he plays an instrument because like everyone in this family plays like 19 instruments. If he doesn't play anything, if all he does is run the soundboard, like shame on him. But like when I saw last season, like Kim just pull out a bass and start playing, I'm like, oh, that's right, you guys are the Von Traps. Like, of course you play a lot of things. Very like join a band, go back to church and like join a praise band there if you wanted to do that. Even if you wanted to be like, I'm Barry, like recording myself playing an instrument, putting it on Instagram and TikTok,
yeah,
like do something. But that to me is such an obvious outlet because like now that all of my friends are kind of spread out everywhere, most of my friends that play instruments, their friends that they hang out with in their new home city is like, oh, well, we jammed together and like became friends
yeah.
from that. And, he posted a thing on Facebook and looking for somebody to play with, and now we play together. So it seems like a weird missed opportunity for him to be like training for Mr. Olympia, but not like, well, pick up the old guitar and see if anybody wants to play some drums or whatever.
But the thing I notice with large families is they tend to stick with each other because there's
True.
enough of them. And even if he played an instrument, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get his daughters and say, "Hey, let's jam together." He's not gonna
Yeah.
do it with friends. They're just used to doing everything. That's why it wasn't weird when he was taking Lydia to go. I don't know what they were gonna go do, and they were taking towels to the place, and
Oh,
they're like, "Oh, let's go," and she's like, "Okay, yeah, it's normal."
it is no, yeah, because you're right. He'd
So
be like, Lydia, come sing sad over this.
yeah,
You're right.
so
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter. But
Yeah. Jeez.
yeah.
What a sad situation. A bummer.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break and I will be right back to continue this weird family path that we're on. All right, and we're right back. Now, Plath family home, I have a question for you. The Plath family home, every time they say that, is that Barry's house?
I think.
Not the
I think
cabin.
so.
The cabin where they
No, it's not. It's not the cabin. The cabin is Kim's ghost house. Like that's the cabin is some kind of a murder shack. Um, I think the family house is Barry's house.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming because like I don't know what else it's gonna be.
Was it
What
the house they
Kim's
were
boat?
living in?
So I don't think it's the house the kids all grew up in.
Okay.
I think they moved from that house to their current house at a time where things were pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but like not super long before the split happened. I'm not gonna ever go back and rewatch old seasons of this show,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that they had an episode where it's like we left the old farmhouse and now we have like a new, bigger farmhouse to like run around barefoot in or whatever.
Okay. Let's talk about the hazing of Zach. I think that Zach handled it like a champ, but asking someone to their face, "Are you gay?" took me complete clean out to the floor.
Yeah, I number one, I'm happy he did it because it's like it's fucked up that I know you're feeling this way about him, and that I'm assuming your brothers also all know that you're feeling this way about him. But Lydia doesn't know. Zach doesn't know. I bet your parents don't know. I
He told his mom. Remember that last time they were together and she
oh
was
he did. Yeah, because like, oh he tried to give me a hug and I didn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
touching
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I hug
So
people. Stop it.
yeah.
No, that's true. But like I'm happy that he addressed it with Zach because it's messed up that you're talking about it and not like talking to him about it. Um, I I was upset that he straight up asked him, got an answer, and it's like, nope, not believing that. And it's like, well, then why'd you ask him then? Like, don't ask a question if you're not going to accept either answer. But like, don't. What do you? Come on, don't do that.
I don't think he should have asked. I don't care what he
No.
feels. I think he falls in the same category as all these dating shows where They tell you I'm getting married. You coming up there to say, "Are you sure?" I'm not sure. I'm very protective about you. It's too late. It is
Yeah.
too late for all of that. All they need right now is your support. You think in the 0.001% chance that he is gay, you ask him, and Zach is going to be like, you know what, Ethan, that is a good question. Thank you for asking. In fact, I am. Like, that's why I want to propose to your wife, to your sister. I just,
See,
this is the part where I don't think saying that, they were homeschooled, they don't get, every now and then when they're like, I don't know what that means, it's not a good enough excuse because they're
no.
assholes. He
Yeah.
knows what he was doing. You're trying to get a rise out of him. And
Yeah.
that's why you asked that question. I know you said that a little part of why he does not like Zach is that inner homophobia.
Hmm.
I don't know if I believe Ethan also because he's like, it's not, no, 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 I don't have any problems. Like, I don't, like, I believe
No, you
Micah.
do.
I don't think Micah is homophobic.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't, I think that it's such a spectrum, right? I think that Ethan Ethan strikes me as like I'm going to try to pick it outside of like a drag story hour. Like he seems like, he's leading the charge.
yeah,
With Micah, I think it's more just like I don't have any problem with you being gay. Just like keep it over there maybe. Like I
yeah,
don't need it super close to me. Um he strikes me as the kind of guy where it's like if you're going on a guy's trip and there's one gay guy on the trip,
yeah,
he might be the guy that's like, well, I just don't want to like share a room with him though.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
he can come, it's fine, but like
yeah.
I don't know. And it's just like, what do you think he's gonna come on? Like, why don't you stop? Um, but I
um,
but I think him being like, I don't have any problem. Like, yeah, I think you do. And I think Olivia posted something about him. Um, I think he was like, if there's a gay character on TV, he's doing a lot of the finger guns at that character while he's watching.
oh, oh
I was like, ooh,
gosh.
that's dark. And I've not seen video of it or anything, but it's Olivia says that that's something that Ethan will routinely do
I mean,
with
notice
his dad.
again that I said Micah, not Ethan,
Right.
because,
Yes. I think Micah's better, but I'm not
yeah,
convinced that Micah's like, yeah, gay people are great. Like I don't think he's gotten all the way there.
that's true because he did the usual. I have a gay friend and I have gay
Yeah.
friends and I have no problems with gay people. Then
Yeah.
they protested a lot
They
or too
did.
much. But that's besides the point. The point is that it was rude, it was terrible, it was a horrible question to ask the person that your sister loves, and they are not projecting people that love their sister. And you know, when he says he finds it really hard to believe that a straight man would not want any kind of physical activity, I'm thinking, I was like, wait, didn't Ethan and Olivia wait? And not long after, when Lydia finds out, Lydia calls it out and says he saved himself for marriage. I didn't think
Yeah.
that, he was gay. And I'm like, maybe Lydia does have a point that Ethan just doesn't know her. Like, Zach might be strange to you, but this is what your sister is not exactly like
She's
somebody else.
weird
The way
too.
no, the way you look at Zach, somebody else may look at your sister that same way. This is what
Zach's family
makes
might.
yeah, this is what makes her happy. So I
Yeah.
don't understand. And then even for him when he's being a hypocrite because if he thinks that, he's sitting there and he thinks like, oh, being gay is a sin and all that, Ethan discovered sex, discovered boobs, and that's all he can think about now. And you're
All
not
he
supposed
wants.
to have it outside of marriage, according to the faith, if that's what we're
Hmm.
sticking with. So why are you just, it's all over the place. It's so all over the place that it's not even cute.
No. And I honestly think if it was a guy who loved working on old cars,
Mm-hmm.
motorcycles, I don't give a shit, a
Mm-hmm.
boat, whatever, um, and was like a very outwardly masculine man who was like, "Yeah, no, I'm having sex with your sister 6 times a day." He'd be like, "Well, all right, brother. Like, all right,
High five
that's
him.
fine with me." So I think it's specifically like I don't like this gay man being
Yeah.
in my space like this, and like the idea that he's going to be part of my family and like there for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
It's not a great look for him.
He basically just thinks that Zach isn't man enough for Lydia. That's
Exactly.
basically what it comes down to.
Zach isn't man enough for my sister, who I don't know.
If I could give a bouquet to anyone, I would give my bouquet to Amber. And like I said, I don't know all the sisters' name. I know Amber's name now. I'm making my way down, so
Hmm.
I'll know the next younger one. But I need Amber to just get some years on her, and she will
Yeah.
be at full form, and she will annihilate all these people because she was ready for Veronica. We
Hmm.
don't know what is going on with Veronica, but I kept asking the question. I think I put it on Blue Sky. I was like, "Is Veronica okay?" Because honestly,
No.
I just she's not. Where is her family? Where is everything? Like, what is her train of thought? What is her end game? I know she doesn't know, so I don't know why I'm asking, but it is not. That's another layer of darkness because she wants to think that the plots are dark, but Veronica,
Hmm.
sis,
Listen, where is her family as a bar? Where are her friends? Like we've not. I
that
don't.
girl
We
ain't got
don't.
no
We
friends.
For real. We don't see her with anybody else ever. And it's like there are people that have been on reality shows for me that the red flag is you don't have any friends of like ever. It's
Hmm.
just you with your spouse, you with your family, whatever, but never you with like a buddy kicking it or whatever. I don't know that Veronica has much of a life outside of Micah, which is a sad thought to have. But I think you make a really really good point. Um, what oh god, what was her name? The one that we just talked about. She's 15 or so.
Amber,
Not
yeah,
the Amber.
yeah,
Yes, I like her stepping forward a little bit because I think she gives a very different energy than the other two older sisters.
yeah,
Like Mariah was, I'm running away and like getting away from all this, and then I'm gonna run right the fuck back. And Lydia was like, no, this is what I like, and I'm kind of sticking with it. I feel like with Amber, the energy is much more kind of, I don't want that. Like, I'm not trying to raise my kids that way or whatever and stay in this sort of box. But I'm also not trying to like burn the whole thing down. Because when she was
hmm,
like, why are you talking trash about my family? Like, you're
yeah,
not gonna, like, I love them. You're not gonna get me to like turn on my family. It's like, okay, so this is because young Mariah would have turned on the family.
yeah.
Lydia would have just like run to the prayer closet and just been like, I'm not sure what to say. There's a demon in the house, and like they're gonna destroy the family. So for her to stand up in that moment, I liked. I don't know what Veronica was thinking.
Well, she doesn't know either. I mean, I think the
No.
thing is, Amber has clocked Veronica, and then she kind of treats her like a joke, which is the best way. When
Yeah.
she took off the whole dress and had the disco thing at the proposal, Amber was like, I don't know what she thought was gonna happen, that we were gonna be like, oh, what are you doing or whatever, but
Yeah.
okay. And then she kind of
Yeah.
just scoffed at her. But for Amber, this is the listen, Veronica hates the plot so much that all she does is talk about them. It's just
Yeah.
kind of crazy because you're talking to her, you are trash talking her family. She is 15. You are bringing
15.
up all these things multiple times, and you're talking about was it who was she talking about losing yourself? She was talking about
Oh.
not Tegan, or is it Olivia? She was
I
talking about,
think it was Olivia lost herself when she was with Ethan, is what she was saying.
yeah. And was it about Tegan? And she was like, that's no, she was talking about Tegan or something, and that's what happened to Olivia, that you get to lose yourself. No, Lydia. She was talking about Lydia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Lydia losing herself, and Amber is like, I mean, she likes it. I mean, you're not
Hmm.
gonna like the same thing. And I'm like, Veronica's kind of rich for you to talk about that because you're a person who stayed with a man who allegedly cheated on you multiple times
Over and over again.
over and over again. So you are not any better. Like I
No.
have look into
She just
yourself.
she so desperately wants an ally and
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have one. And it's like instead of cultivating an ally and like figuring out who you can bring in and like little by little get closer to, you're just swinging wildly in any direction and being like, I'm gonna talk shit. I want the person who is also like, oh, you also hate my family? I hate them too. And
Yeah.
like, if I don't get that, I'm just gonna keep on talking shit to the next person until somebody gives me that reaction. She's not gonna get it. And like, you're alienating everyone in the family, which I think she's fine with. I don't think she like wants to be accepted by these people, but you're not gonna get somebody You're not going to get early season Mariah who's like, yeah, no, my family does suck. Let's talk about it. It's not going to happen.
So then, okay, what is her resolution? Because these are the parts where I hate when I agree with Ethan, but that whole thing where Ethan and Amber come into the house and she's, hounding Amber, and as soon as they come, Amber like runs to Ethan, says like,
Right?
"Hey, welcome. We're just talking about this," and then they go over and over again, and Ethan is like, "Oh, are we talking about this again? Okay, so what is going to make it better?" They called me a liar. They called me a liar. Okay, what do you want? No, I don't want to be accepted. Okay, what do you want? Why do you want to be with Micah? Since Micah wants to be with his family and his family hates you. That's the piece that
Yeah.
I don't get. Is like, what is Veronica's end game? I mean, you said they're not together anymore, thank God.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, is Veronica okay? Because why are you seem
I
unhappy? Why are you here?
I think the only thing she would accept is Micah being like, let's leave my family and never look back. And
Hmm.
even then, I think she's like, okay, but we also have to deal with you cheating. But like, I think that is the cost for entry is bail on your family, and then we can talk about fixing us. But we're not even going to talk about us if they're going to be around. And I think it's changed because before it was like, I don't care if you have a relationship with them, but just like don't expect me to have a relationship with them, which is a pretty insane position to take in any kind of a long term relationship.
Hmm.
But I think from that, it has then become, well, I'm saying you can have a relationship with them. Why do you want to? You should like voluntarily not
Yeah.
have a relationship with them, even though I'm not going to ask you to. But
Yeah.
like, you should realize that you should not want to talk to these people.
Yeah. That conversation they had in the backyard, I
Woo!
think that was the darkest. She's not listening to him. She keeps shifting the goalpost. Micah looks so defeated.
Yeah.
I know why Micah is here, because she's threatening him. She kept
Uh-huh.
saying, "Tread lightly, tread
Yep.
lightly."
Yep. Be
Basically,
careful.
I will reveal all your secrets. And Micah is terrified. He knows he's dealing with a loose cannon,
Yep.
and he feels like he has to stay, but he knows he wants to break up with her because he said, "I've seen this play out before with Ethan, and I don't think my family's wrong, and I don't know what you want me to do. I have stood up for you. It is not enough. You want me to basically insult my parents." I think what she wants is that scene that Ethan had where he held his parents back.
Yeah. Yep.
She wants that,
Yeah.
for herself. And she's just throwing everything. It's not even a conversation because she's not listening. And she just throws out, like, "By the way, I've been talking to Olivia anyways." And I'm like, oh my God, this woman is a little unstable
It's
because
nuts. It's nuts. It reminds me of very, very many shows. It reminds me of Big Love had a character like this. Game of Thrones has had a character like this, where it's like you have come accustomed to how a show feels, and you think you know the boundaries of crazy the show plays in, and like what is acceptable and what is not. And they drop in somebody crazier than you could have imagined, and to watch that person operate in this environment is wild.
yeah,
Like I understand her going nuts because, like, I couldn't be around this family and keep it together either.
yeah,
What she's mad about, like, being called a liar, is messed up.
yeah,
Okay, like, okay, but like, it is what it is. He doesn't keep on calling you a liar. It's not like every time he sees you, he's calling you a liar or whatever. Can we get past that one thing? Because if you're not going to be able to get past it, you're not going to be able to get past it. But
yeah.
like, for that to be the thing that is animating all of this in her is wild to me. I remain convinced that she came on this season of the show to break up with Micah and to be the new Olivia, where it's like, I'm going to take a season or two of this show and just like dine out on that and get a little bit of money from being on TV for a minute and then I'm out. But like, I didn't put up with all this bullshit from you and your family to not get something on my way out. So like, I'm coming to collect.
So I understand why she's calling Olivia. What I don't understand is why Olivia is participating in this shit.
I don't know either. I think she's just having a good time. I'm just having fun.
I mean,
I
Olivia
don't know.
is not an angel either. I mean, I was on her side. I think she kind of took it too far because I always say this: you trying to change the men, like her trying to tell Micah do this, do that. If you're so unhappy, you can control yourself. Take yourself
Hmm.
out the equation. It's just never a good idea. And I've always said this, like whether it was someone I'm dating or thankfully it's not a case in my marriage, but I can never see myself telling my husband, it's me or your mom. Like if I
No.
have to ask you,
Yeah.
there's a problem
Yeah.
already. I think a wise person once told me, like, if there's anything with the in laws, so like you don't have an in law problem, you have a partner problem. Because
Hmm.
that is something that you deal with. Your partner should be able to deal with that so it doesn't even come to you.
Yeah.
So Olivia had her things and there were similar. Is it bad to compare her to Veronica? Because
I don't think so.
it's not that bad, but she had some standards or requests that I was like, all right, so like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you have to recognize. And she was trying to change Ethan into somebody that he just wasn't. They got
Yeah.
married too young. They grew up
That's
to
it.
be two different people. And she
Yep.
just wanted him to conform. And this poor guy is just getting to the regular world. He took the parts he liked. He likes the sex, the boobs, the alcohol, everything
Hmm.
else. Is like, all right, slow down. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't want it. But
No, he's good to a point.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, is it really strange that she's taking her calls and knowing that she's going to be on the show? Because if she really doesn't want to be associated, she could just be like, no, I'm not, no
Yeah.
thanks.
Leave
I
me
don't
out
want
of
to be part
this.
of this. So,
Yeah.
that's a little side eye for me with her
Hmm.
going through
Hmm.
all of that. I will say that I was sad for Micah because, when he came and he was talking to Ethan, it's kind of crazy how they all look up to Ethan. They're just like,
Yeah.
I don't think they realize that Ethan is just finding his way too in the
Ethan's a
world.
wreck. Ethan is a wreck. like, like
But
this
they
is the guy that we're all looking at. Ethan is the guy that we all like hold up as what we all want to be like. Is Ethan? Ethan
yeah.
is a mess. Like he's not the guy.
I felt sad for Micah because then he goes to Ethan and then he's like, she says like our family, we do this to people when they come from out, but does our family really do that? And I'm like, that is such a loaded question because the answer is yes, but like I said, big families are a different beast. They don't realize it because they're their own population.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they
and
do
also
things.
like yes, but it's been like two people. So it's not like you guys are all like in your 60s and you've been doing this for 40 years and it's just like yeah, every time somebody else comes around, bam, we come and get them. It's been
Yeah,
two people. And like yes, it's unfortunate that y'all did that to those two people. But like you guys didn't run off devil in the suit and tie. Like
yeah.
he was a bad guy and apparently like cheated and was a piece of shit. There was that other dude from before who I think also cheated on Mariah before, and like that
Mhm.
dude had to go. Like I don't think they ran off Kim from Kim. I just think they just broke up. So like yeah, no, they're not in a habit of doing this. It's been one and a half people. You guys ran off Olivia. You're currently in the process of running off Veronica, but like it's two people.
The only thing that I also had was like, yes, she looks mature, but still she's 15. I
Yeah.
wish they didn't have that conversation in front of her. I did
Yep.
think it was cute when Micah just checked on her and was like, Amber, are you okay? Like, are you fine? And she was like, I'm good. But I
Yeah.
wish just have that conversation because it's going to affect the way she views things and the way she sees things. I mean, she seems
Hmm.
smart, but let's not take that risk. Like,
No.
there's enough she already has to
15's 15.
work through. I wished all the energy that they're using against Zach, they would use it to check on Mariah because I say it and I say it again. That girl keeps running. She's running to Montana. I think she doesn't want to be part of the show because what we haven't seen a lot of her even for the
No.
proposal. She showed
Nope.
up and she was like, okay, bye, I'm here,
Yep.
I'm done. And then even before the proposal she goes to like a diner, sits in the
Yeah.
corner with a glass of water, and that's it. But she said something that stood out to me that I'm like, guys, someone check on this girl. She said, I just want to show that I can deal with big things, and maybe if I have bigger problems I will not worry about the little ones. Ma'am.
Nope. Nope.
Ma'am.
That now you just have more problems is what you have. You've made big problems for yourself to go with your little ones.
Gosh. So I don't know. I can't even keep track. Like Olivia and Ethan moved how many times and ended up in Minnesota? Someone is in Tallahassee, someone is in Ware, someone is in Colorado. Oh, Lydia made the big announcement that they're not moving
Right.
anymore. So this is my question. I thought they were getting married quick because they had to move to Colorado for him to teach something. But now he got a job in Florida as a tennis coach or
Yeah. So no, they were getting married quick because they're going to go on some mission, not a missionary trip, not a they. I think Olivia or Lydia was quick to say like it's not a missionary trip, it's not a ministry, but like we're just going to serve at some church in Germany for like a month or something
Mhm.
like that. And the pastor at that church was like, "Well, it sure would be cool if you guys were married first." And so that's why they had to get married quick, is because they're going to go do this thing in Germany in like a month, and it'd be better if they're married for that than not. So I think they're doing that like right away. It sounds like.
Why didn't they just do the usual excuse? Listen, came from Texas. Everybody marries young there, and it's a
Hmm.
very religious state. And most people know just get married quick because we want to have sex. Like, I
Yeah,
just let's just go with that because no,
yeah. Also, and yeah, it's like, you know what? We were talking a whole lot of shit when we said no kissing. Like that shit got old fast. So like, we're not gonna stop once we start. So like, let's go ahead and just make it official now.
get it
Get
done.
this out of the damn way. 'Cause, yeah, that I mean, that's what I feel like is going on with them.
Yeah, and that led to Barry talking about
Oh my
grandchildren and
God,
Lydia being so uncomfortable and doing
Braxton
what
Hicks.
Lydia does. Oh man, I didn't even think that's where he was headed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then he said the Braxton Hicks, and I'm like, you know what? I just
It's nuts. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like again, the amount of discomfort this man gives me just from like being his regular self.
yeah.
I cannot imagine having that conversation with anyone, especially my daughter, to be like, yeah, well, a couple years you're gonna be all hunched over, pushing one out. Like,
Oh
what
my
are you
god.
talking about, man?
Oh my gosh.
Like, Barry.
Yeah. I think, that's about the all the highlights that I got from both seasons. A little wrap up. Ethan talking about with Micah them throwing cheese on cars.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because like I know you, if you throw bologna on a car and let it sit, then when you peel the bologna off, the paint will also come off with the bologna. Like that's a thing I know happens. Cheese on a car, I'm just like, so you're just like throwing. I have to wash my car now. There's like
I
just
just
cheese residue on it. That's it.
Okay, so between the fires, throwing Zach in the water,
Right.
just for fun, sitting there climbing and throwing cheese at cars, I'm worried. What is this?
Yes. No. This feels like they're young
Menace,
enough. There's time for escalation still.
menaces to the society
Right.
is all I'm thinking.
Hmm.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I have one last question for you. Which scene gave you the heebie-jeebies? Is it no?
Uh.
I have options. I have
Oh.
options.
Okay.
Is it the chubby bunny scene? Is it the scene with grandkids, the Braxton Hicks, and all
Oh
that? Is it
man.
drink Jack Daddy drinking with his daughter and her friend? And finally, is it Veronica looking Micah dead in the eye as he looks defeated and goes, tread lightly, tread lightly, tread lightly?
Well, that one gave me a cold chill. I think in terms of the heebie-jeebies, it's the chubby bunny scene. We've talked about why a little bit. I should explain a little tiny bit more. So I don't know if this is a true story. I believe it is not. Like I would lean towards this is an urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in eighth grade, we had this thing called outdoor ed, where you go for like 3 days to like a camp up in Wisconsin or whatever, and you do like horseback riding and learn about like nature and leather craft and shit
Mm-hmm.
for a few days. And while we were up there the first night, a bunch of the guys that were in like the cabin that I was staying in were doing Chubby Bunny. And
Mm-hmm.
there was a kid who was already like a weird kid, like just an off putting, like a weird kid. And in the middle of it, he walks in and goes, "You guys shouldn't be doing that." And we're like, what are you talking about? Well, he's like, a kid died from choking on the marshmallows doing that. Like, that's really dangerous. He was like dead serious. It wasn't even like I'm trying to mess with you guys. He's like, no, like seriously, you should not be playing that game. Like, it's not safe to do. And so I've been scared of that my whole life since then. So like watching them do it, I'm just like, oh my god, like you're playing this on camera. Like, what if it goes bad?
It's your
Just
personal trauma.
yes, no, it gives me the creeps. It's weird that Jordan Peele hasn't made it into a horror movie just yet. Because like it's gonna happen, I feel like. Someone's gonna do it.
Well, you guys let me know which one was the creepiest to you, because they all gave me the creeps, so I don't know, I can't pick.
It
But
was a weirder episode than I thought it was, you're right.
so I mean, that's about it. The preview, my jaw was on the floor again. I was like, "Oh my god," especially because I didn't know the fight was gonna,
Yeah.
show up, and we saw the nose, the bloody nose, and I'm like, what are they going to give as the explanation that this happened? And I hope Lydia just goes away and never comes back, as far as I'm
Right.
concerned. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't need
Get
all
out.
of this. Mariah's
No.
out. The older sister we never saw was smart enough to be out. I just go, Lydia. You don't have
Yeah.
the bandwidth for this. Be happy with Zach. Go hiking and kissing or something. I don't know.
Right. She needs to be like Leon from Sister Wives. Like get out and just never come
Never
back.
come back. Yeah.
You can get mentioned, that's fine, but like
Yeah.
there's no reason for you to even be on camera ever again.
Yeah. Any other last thoughts?
I don't think so. I worry about where the season's going. Like it's always going the wrong direction. And I am very excited to finally have like a hopefully it's on camera, but like a full blow up of Veronica and Micah where she just like, all right, I'm spilling all the shit all at once, and then just like peace out. We
You
might
know,
get it.
low key, I don't want it to happen because I am scared of how Micah is going to deal with it. I'm already scared of how he looks right now. He looks so torn,
He looks broken.
defeated. There you go, broken.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's equipped to handle it. But I will point out that, I mean, you said that just twice is not a thing. But so far, Ethan and Micah, and in some way, Mariah, their partners have been people who you could describe as bossy, which could
Yes.
be effect of like their mom told them exactly what to do,
I
so
think it's
they're
that.
looking for that in people to tell them what to do. But then now Ethan seems like a very stubborn person. I don't know if he would still want he wants a meek person,
Hmm.
but just going a little deeper in the psyche, I don't know, is it a coincidence? In some ways, they said Zach was a little bossy, he was telling them what to do, and for Lydia it's her faith, like the man is the head of the home, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't know yet what that's going to turn out to be, because he seems to be dictating where they're going, what they're doing, but is it a pattern when it's for? I don't know, but
I mean,
just something.
it certainly could be. I mean, it's hard to call because like
Yeah,
if it's the same thing over and over again where it's like a person comes in, you look for a reason to hate them, it's different. In this case it's like no, all she did was like agree with what Mariah said, and then Mariah changed what she was saying, and she was like, but you said, and then the whole family was like, we hate your guts.
yeah.
So like in that case it might be the family looking for a reason to run you off because like all you did was agree with them until they all changed their mind at the same
Well, you know what I'm going to look for? I'm going to look for Tegan. That's what my focus is on now. Now, if
time.
something happens with Tegan, that's our answer right there. I don't need any more proof. They are the problem. I mean, they're already a
Yeah,
problem, but the
yeah.
problem, it'll be
Because
them because, yeah.
yeah, Veronica's this season. I think Veronica's gone at the end of this season. I think next season we get things seem to be going great with Tegan, and then early the season after that, things are not going great, and like it's falling apart. And
Yeah.
Ethan is back to saying, "How could she treat me this way?" And like it's when's the last time you made a meal around here? Is it's going to be the whole thing all over
Yeah, because he was giving us an example that, oh, they like Tegan and they like whatever Isaac's girlfriend is. And I was like, for
again.
now, the for now
Yeah,
is
they
silent.
liked Olivia at first.
Yeah, give it time. Like, come
Like,
on.
yeah, they
So,
liked Veronica. Yeah, this is what happens. This is what y'all
mhm.
do. Oh God, it is what they do. You're right.
Well,
Yeah, that's what they do.
we'll see. But once again, thank you, Brian, for
Thank you.
stopping by. Can you share with people where they can find you?
Yep. I am hosting Maps Virgin. We're taking the week off. We had like a lot going on. Kim is seeing Nine Inch Nails tomorrow night, so she's very excited about that. Um, but you can listen to us at Maps Virgin. We are currently covering season 10 of Maps, the DC season. Taylor did just say that she doesn't care what race you are as long as the dick is right. So, like, we're in that part of the season, which is my favorite, one of my favorite moments of all time in Maps. And then, if you like hearing my voice and think that I'm funny, you can follow our Instagram. It's at Mass Virgin. Also, we're on Threads there, and then we have a Facebook group, Mass Virgin Fan Club. I do memes and jokes about the Maps people essentially, so it's fun to be in there too.
And you already know where to find me. It is at AltaCall MAFS on Blue Sky, on Threads, on Instagram, and I was about to say Twitter. I think Jen called me out. Who was like, "It's X now." Never calling it
Nah,
X.
it's Twitter.
It'll be Twitter forever.
I'm from Chicago. It's the Sears Tower. Get out of here.
So yeah, you can find me there. Please give me a 5-star rating if you're so inclined, and stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Until next time, guys. Bye.